Hi, all you beloved Tibet House members, donors, and friends. I speak to you today and as part of the video end-of-year appeal. And I want to thank you in all of your wonderful generosity and your kind attention in how you helped Tibet House and Menla to survive and thrive even during the long pandemic that we've been suffering, and in a way we still have to be mindful of, although it's getting better. And thanking you so much on behalf of the people of Tibet. And our thanking you on their behalf is our special mission as designated by His Holiness, the great 14th Dalai Lama of Tibet, that we seek to help them survive their culture by causing all of you to love and appreciate their culture worldwide, so that in the race to survive the planet, in the race of different nations for their prosperity and the survival of people, and all the really terrible suffering migrants who are fleeing man-made disasters, perhaps more than than global warming disasters, but sort of equally so. And those are actually ultimately man-made. And Mother Earth is able to take care of everybody and wants to. And Tibetan culture knows that, and Tibetan culture lives that way. And so that's an example of how Tibetan culture gives us kind of sense of hope and confidence, even though all we do is a little tiny bit, in our own little bit, to avoid doing this and restrain doing that, and maybe contribute this and stand up and speak out that. And we then often can feel this is not going to help, it's impossible, it's so huge, so difficult. But Tibetan culture never thinks that way. It is whatever's right in front of you, you just do it, baby steps. Because billions of baby steps can change the entire planet. Of course, they are changing the entire planet in the wrong direction right now. Lots of wrong baby steps, but lots of right baby steps we will do. And I do believe, and the leader of the Tibetan culture, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, and all of its leaders do see that the little things people are doing is helping, and they do not lose hope, and they keep up hope. So for that, please do support us. And I hate, I get so many appeals myself from all sorts of things, and I try to do what I can. And I know it can be annoying to be asked all the time by everybody for everything, but I don't mind, because it's so subtle to give to save the culture and preserve it and to make everybody love it, so everybody does a little to help it, of the blessed Tibetan people who live on the roof of the world and take care of the third pole, like North Pole, South Pole, and the Tibet pole, Himalayan pole. And so please do give end of year, and make your giving gifts, please, and we really need your help. We want to bring the plight of Tibet, the situation of the third pole, the sort of difficulties with the things that are happening there on the ground, culturally speaking, not political, and not blaming anybody. Sort of the march of folly really is just continuing. But we want it to survive just as we want Woodstock, New York, and the Catskill Mountains to survive, and the people living there, and as we want all the cities and all the ghettos and all the places of poverty in the world, in Africa and Asia and South America and North America and so on. And we are approaching our 40th year, actually 50th, 81, what would that be? No, 40th year since His Holiness Dalai Lama asked there to be a seat of Tibetan culture in America, his cultural center and his beacon, lighthouse, monument to the indigenous culture of the Tibetan people. So that's what we're still doing. We're approaching that year. We are in that year, actually, of his first request, and about the 35th year of our actually having been incorporated and functioning. And we plan to make it a big year as we all come sailing out of this terrible ordeal we've been through. And we don't forget the people who passed and who died, and we pray for them, and we have the wonderful Tibetan skill of helping them through the transition into their future life. We are not confused by the claim of nothingness, that's waiting for people. And we're also not confused by the fear of some sort of evil beings or ruthless judges who will send people to horrible places. Even the evildoers, may all of them be free and find the error of ways or find the virtue of ways, depending on how they've been. And Tibetan culture has a lot to offer in that, and we work on that. And, you know, the so famous Tibetan Book of the Dead, which is wrong because Tibetan culture will tell us there are no dead people. Everybody keeps living. It's a matter of helping them in the way they are living, wherever they're migrating to. Okay? So thank you very much, and we look forward to working with you. Please join and be members so we can continue to communicate, and you can continue to communicate to us. Thank you very much. I'm Bob Thurman, and I'm the nominal president, but there's a lot of people. Every single one who works with us is the president, and especially the women who work for us, because they are the most indispensable, actually. Although we boys make a lot of noise, they actually help get it done and see to it that we don't overdo it. Okay? Thank you so much. All the best.